it was time for me to get paid. And I ask where the money is, and he says, "Oh, we're gonna walk to the bank on Van Ness." So we walk, and we have a walk. Still charming, very detached, but still very like, still trying to get a date with me, and almost at this point resenting the fact that I'm not about to date him. And I'm getting a little freaked out, but whatever. I'm walking with him. So we walk to the bank, the Wells Fargo on Van Ness, and I remember he stops me and he says, "I need you to wait outside because um, it's gonna look weird. They're gonna know, it's gonna be obvious." And I'm like, okay, with my trusting, me being sugar, like as naive as can be. I remember he goes in, and I'm just staring at the tourists taking photos. And I'm just like staring at them, and I'm in the middle of like, I'm having so many emotions. Yay, I'm gonna have my bills paid, or I'm fucked. It's like a mixture of both. Oh, thank you so much. It was like a mixture of both feelings at the same time, and I was so scared and excited. Like maybe, like I thought also on this walk, like maybe I found a new client, maybe this, maybe that, like, who knows? I didn't think of it as me having to wait outside. So I waited outside, and I waited, I waited. It was about 20 minutes. And there was I couldn't move. I couldn't move. I was just staring at those tourists taking photos. I just kept staring at them, and I couldn't bring myself to go in there because I knew he wasn't going to be in there. I knew he wasn't going to be in there. So I waited, and I waited more. I kept waiting. I kept waiting, everybody. I kept waiting. I kept waiting, and it must have been I'm so embarrassed. It probably was like about 40 minutes. And I walked in the bank, and he wasn't there. And I don't know if you've ever gone through this before, but like yes, thank you. Um but the like having I was on the verge of a breakdown, and I was praying that nobody that I knew would be around because I wanted to scream. I wanted to be angry. Those tourists stopped taking photos, and they were looking at me freaking out. And I didn't care. I was so high from being upset, and I felt dirty. I thought I had an STD. How could this guy say that he wants, like, we just made love without a condom? He wanted to date me. Why would he leave me? Why? And and he was so charming, Why would he do that to me? And then I went on to thinking, oh, well, of course, like, I'm stupid, I'm worthless. Why is he gonna pay a black girl when he can just blame it on black men, like that, like for a sex worker's misfortune? And like, I I obviously broke down, and I cried, and I couldn't breathe. My face was as red as a cherry. And my nose was like, and my eyes were like this like faucet, like leaky faucet. And I I freaked out there for a minute, and then eventually I think I freaked out as long as I waited, so I had like this like the same amount of time to like recover, and it was like healing for me that I did that. But I was so worried about bills. I had no money. I spent my last dollar getting there. And as I hopped, the BART machine and on the backs of the Muni, I finally made it home, and I fell asleep. And I woke up very strong and happy, and I changed my life a lot after that. and I was safe. I was healthy. I was safe. I was okay. Luckily, I was okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's it.